She gave
you trying to say she had no message?
First she was Indian, first she was black, and then she say,
well, she was black for convenience.
Well,
to try to grab them votes.
She dropped out on my birthday. That gave me so much pleasure. That was the best birthday gift I ever had.
So you was never on the Kamala
Never
train.
was on the. I can see right through it. You know what hurt her?
The pork chops.
The pork chops.
Wait, what are y'all talking about? The pork chop? What is that?
She was eating pork chops, trying to be. She was doing her trucking and driving for white people, and
oh no, you know what I think hurt her?
What did you think hurt her?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. When she said she was on, she listened to Cardi B on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and her and I think maybe her shiny jacket.
Her shiny jacket.
That shiny jacket did it. You know, that fashion choice. These days, you have to be with it. I mean, with politics, you know, your fashion sense has to be on point. Your messaging.
They got mad at Tulsi because she was wearing all white or something like that.
There's a bunch of reasons why people don't like Tulsi Gabbard. Some people think she's like an agent, like not
of Russia.
Something like that, and that she went to go see like somebody from Syria or something. She met with a dictator,
which a lot of people do.
Yeah, but they were like, what? But they were like, what was the purpose of that visit? And they also feel like she's
Assad,
yeah, and they also feel like she's really a Republican disguised as a Democrat. Like she's not really a progressive Democrat.
Well, she had Hillary against her. She did take down. That was one of the things that brought down Kamala was when Tulsi brung up her record. So
I mean, but she was right on that point.
So I
agreed on her record.
So what do you think hurt her the most? Was it?
I think one, black people, we're real sensitive. That's one of the issues that we're real sensitive about is criminal justice reform, and that's where she kind of hurt because some of her policies back when she was the AG of California and a prosecutor in the San Francisco area, some of the things that she did or that happened on her watch. And that was around that time when criminal justice was a little bit different, that 90s, 2000s area where it was a lot harsher. And we were talking about 3 strikes and mass incarceration was going on. So they've kind of associated her with that. I'm surprised Joe Biden isn't more associated with that because he wrote the 1994 crime bill. For whatever reason, though, people see him as the guy that could beat Trump. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ring the bell. Yeah, they see him I think they see him as Barack Obama's bro from those 8 years. They don't necessarily attach him to policy. At least not people that don't pay attention. That's all they saw was him and Obama taking pictures together,
eating ice cream or something,
and eating ice cream and hanging out. They didn't necessarily know what policies he's responsible for.
Well, I can say I think it was a disconnect in the fact that it really wasn't authentic. Her campaign really wasn't authentic.
She doesn't come off authentic.
It wasn't anything to really resonate with the people.
Well,
I mean,
she did announce her run at Howard.
But
and
I mean, at the
MLK Day or something like that, I believe.
Something like that. And she was a Howard. She's a Howard alum.
And that's fine. That's fine.
She's checking off the black boxes
that's
there.
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
go on Breakfast Club. I'm gonna go to some HBCUs.
All of that is great. All of that is great.
Hot
but
sauce in my bag,
it's more people than at the HBCU that you have to reach. You know, you have to go out in the communities. You can't just stay at the university. Everybody's not at a university, by the way. So we have to learn to reach out beyond, you know, the educated class that we're just trying to reach. And I think her whole strategy just wasn't. She was trying to be more like a Hillary Clinton, I believe.
I believe more of a Obama because
you think more of Obama?
That's what she was trying to do.
She was trying to create her own lane, but she did. I don't see where her lane was in this election.
Yeah,
you know, like Elizabeth Warren is like the progressive that could probably replace Bernie. Pete is kind of the middle ground guy. He's kind of progressive, but then kind of moderate. And he's gay, so there's like a lane there. And he's a millennial. He's a lot younger than some of these other people, so he has a lane. And then Joe Biden is the moderate, and then he's bros with Obama. And he is the most electable, as what they would say.
Right well, I mean, right about now,
that's what people think about
it's those hairy legs definitely got him in corn pop got him on the sidelines right now. But
what I don't understand is that. Well, first, well, she dropped out, and then people are saying that it was because she attacked because she was a woman, because she was black, but then. Right after she went after Joe Biden, she was leading in the polls. Like everybody said she was winning.
I think once she got in that spotlight, she didn't know what to do.
Yeah, when Hillary stepped to her, but it's just like, when are you going to stop blaming black people?
But see, that's the thing. See, and we have to pay attention to that.
We learned from Obama.
The thing is, they want to use black people as far as their struggle to appeal as if they care. However, when things don't turn out in their favor, such as she couldn't keep up in this race, now it's the black people didn't support, and the
black men,
black men, and don't
a white husband.
No, right?
Nobody
exactly.
said nothing about the white husband.
Exactly.
She kept him under wraps.
She is just out of touch.
I don't even know what he looks
She's
like.
She's out of touch.
What does her husband look like?
And
she
just needs to figure out how she is going to be able to connect beyond the criminal justice mindset.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's the only pitch she had for this community. And we have to look at this. We want jobs. We want housing. We want things, to sustain ourselves. Always having the criminal justice pitch, how does that afford any economic opportunity? So she wasn't saying anything about economic opportunity, just, how criminal justice, but what community are you going to be able to police if you can't afford to live there?
Exactly.
In
the grill, she said it, what she has to live with for the rest of her life. She said, "I'm not going to do anything for black people."
Exactly.
Wait. She said that?
Yes.
Exactly.
That was it.
And that's it. And once you denounce the black
have you
people,
seen someone say that
you might as well forget it.
Yes.
Because the black people, at the end of the day, the black people make sure that things are going to happen.
Mindy,
you count on us.
She said, "I'm not going to do nothing for black people," but then a few months later, she said she got something for Native Americans and visas for Pakistani or Indian people.
And she doesn't identify with any of them.
Well, she did do a show. Well, she's
not black. She's not Native American. She's Jamaican or something.
Jamaican and Indian.
Yeah. So
she can't even.
And that's another thing. Yeah.
Like black.
Like we have to stop this cultural appropriation thing too, and thinking that everything transcends to you can identify and understand the socioeconomic problems and things like that in our communities because you're of another descent. No, it doesn't translate like that. It doesn't. Yeah. So I'm really glad that she's gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Cory Booker is like,
he was saying he could grab some of her.
But everyone right now is saying it's no more. It's all just white men now.
But he's still there.
He identifies as such.
And
wait a minute. What do you mean?
As a white man.
As a white man?
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
No, he's been speaking some.
He speaks
lately.
Just because you speak it, that doesn't mean that.
That's true.
Okay, you can speak a good speech, just like Kamala Harris. She had a great pitch, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like Cory Booker is like Obama Jr. or trying to run in that Obama Jr. lane.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a great speaker. I don't know why he didn't resonate. I don't know why he doesn't have more support.
Resonate with who?
Resonate with anyone. He's not, like, when you look at the polls, he's not really polling that well.
His whole thing is like, give me a hug. I'm the love.
I mean, he's not really a guy that's necessarily going to give you. He's not like Medicare for all. He's not like whatever Yang is talking about. Giving a universal income. Mm-hmm. There isn't really like a policy necessarily attached to him. He's just kind of running in a middle lane. Hope
he's not polling.
We can be better than that.
Very good.
He's not polling very well.
No.